Pisces, I'm here for another reading for you today. As always, it is a general and timeless reading. It's not a personal reading, so just take what resonates with you and leave what doesn't for the next person. If you would like a personal reading, a one-on-one personal session with me, or Akashic Records, you can go to 144bluerosetemple.com to check out the new offerings that I have there. Just a reminder that we do have a Soul Tribe gathering for the full moon in Capricorn and Mary Magdalene Day in Yonkers, New York on July 21st. So feel free to join us. There's also a few updates in the box below and on the website for other upcoming Soul Tribe gatherings. We do have a Lumerian Akashic Records guided meditation just for $11.11 USD as well. So check that out too. It's going to be at the end of the month. Now Pisces, this is collective energy. But Pisces, you may be a little bit more sensitive to this energy at this time, or increased sensitivity in general. There's a lot of soul activation. So some of you may be resting at this time, hermiting. I'm also getting that your body is like rejecting certain people, rejecting certain energies, or even certain foods. Okay, so just pay attention to that. Now, what do we have for Pisces? We do have there's always enough, an end of a cycle. Some of you may have tattoos of alchemy symbols, is what I'm seeing as well. You're also closing out a cycle, Pisces. It feels like this starts from within and then manifests or materializes without of you, of just having enough. There's always enough, an end of a cycle. All right, now this shift has started from within you, but you're closing out some sort of cycle of lack here. Why do we have there's always enough, an end of a cycle? It also feels like you were comfortable, Pisces. And what's coming to mind is karmic cycle. You were comfortable in some sort of karmic cycle. It's all that you've known, maybe all that your ancestors have known, but it's time to get a little bit uncomfortable. And it's not in a bad way, Pisces. This is actually a really positive shift, but you were very comfortable in some sort of lower timeline because, again, maybe that's all that you knew, but you're really ready to rise out of it. Why do we have there's always enough, an end of a cycle? Yes. We do have the meditation over here. You have the prophecy, okay? Prophecy, the crystal path. Doorways are opening up for you, Pisces. It is time for you to rise. I do feel like this is like an increase in your self-worth, what it is that you deserve. You've been accepting less than what you deserve. It's like maybe in the past, Pisces, either you or your ancestors, the bare minimum was exciting to you in the past. The bare minimum is what I'm hearing. Maybe that's in relationships. Maybe it's in career and money. Maybe it's like in your personal life. Whatever this is, the bare minimum is like what you were very excited about, which it always starts with gratitude, right? But what's coming through, Pisces, is that you deserve more than you were previously getting. And you were very comfortable in that old cycle, but you're getting a little bit uncomfortable, and it's in a positive way. Because again, with this prophecy energy and then the crystal path, I do feel like doorways are opening up for you and possibly even a new higher path or timeline. So we are going to grab from the holographic tarot. Divine Mother and Father, Holy Spirit of God, why do we have the crystal path? There's always enough, end of a cycle, and Temple of Dreams. For some reason, I'm also hearing lower vibrational ancestors. If that resonates with you, cleanse your energy field, but it feels like more of the ancestors. You may have an ancestor that it's like you were following their ways, or even people in your family. They're very stuck in their ways. It feels like out of pride and ego. But what's coming through is your ancestors may have suffered, okay? Maybe you had a hard time growing up, your family, or again, the ancestors before your parents. But I'm getting pride and ego with like suffering and things like that. You don't have to suffer, Pisces, to learn lessons, that's what's coming to mind. Just as like wearing a badge of suffering. And it feels like a specific ancestor, Pisces, that maybe you were unaware of, that was on like your ancestral team, 444, as soon as I say that you were working with, but it feels like they were kind of keeping you stuck, and that there's more that is opening up for you. And you could always do that. You could always you know, release ancestors that are low vibrational and that are not of your highest good. You could do that by praying, you know, like I ask for only my loving and benevolent ancestors that are in agreement and alignment with my highest timeline to work with me or to be with me here today. So things like that. So for some reason that's coming to mind. Why do we have the crystal path? There's always enough, end of a cycle, and prophecy. There goes the death card. So this ending, this transformation. Why do we have the crystal path? There's always enough, an end of a cycle, and prophecy. You do have Page of Pentacles and the Knight of Wands. Why the death card here for Pisces? You went through a big death and rebirth over here, Pisces. And it's just like, and you do have the Sun card, okay? So happy times are coming in for you. With this Nine of Cups over here, Pisces, this person is on their own, but almost looks a little bit stubborn. Now, maybe that's like the ancestor, right? Or Pisces, that was kind of you that, yes, being grateful for what you have, but there was a part of you that was uncomfortable with having more than, which is readily available to you, right? Why the Nine of Cups with the Death card here? That's the truth, Ace of Swords, all right? But it's like whatever it is that you were holding on to, a belief, an idea, it felt uncomfortable for you to come out of this lower timeline, Pisces. That, or like you had some sort of spirit guide, ancestor that was trying to lead you to like stay in that lower timeline. But it's time for you to release that too, okay? So just, that may resonate with some of you. Ace of Swords. I do feel like there's a lot of truth that's been coming to light for you, Pisces, all right? You're really rising into your higher truth, cutting out what doesn't serve you. Why the Page of Pentacles for Pisces? The Hermit card. Why the Hermit card with the Page of Pentacles? And there goes those pathways opening up for you, Pisces, okay? The Hermit card, Page of Pentacles, and the Seven of Cups. It's time for you to think for yourself, Pisces. I really get heavily your spirit team and ancestors. So for like the majority of you, actually, it feels like you have, it's more ancestors than spirit guides. There's like some sort of proudness though, but about something that you can release. Okay, again, like suffering, working like extra hard, harder than you have to. Look at that, the Devil card. Okay, karmic timeline, lower timeline, you don't need to stay there. But like heavy on this energy that you do have a lower vibrational ancestor, that it's time for you to release them because they're keeping you stuck in a timeline of suffering, poverty, lack, something along those lines. It's time for you to think for yourself. The Hermit card, the Page of Pentacles, and the Seven of Cups. There's actually so many doorways opening up for you. There's so many possibilities when it comes to how it is that you can make money, opportunities, just in general in life. And it feels like you're really going within for this wisdom with the Hermit card. Why the Hermit card, Seven of Cups, and Page of Pentacles? King of Swords, okay? I really do see you becoming very logical when it comes to decision making, even making a plan for some of you, really embodying this King of Swords energy. All right, so King of Swords, Libra, Gemini, Aquarius, a lot of Virgo energy here too. Maybe you even have that in your chart. There's more from inside of you that you have not unleashed yet, Pisces. There's so much actually abundance and wisdom within you that it does feel like you haven't quite tapped into yet. This feels very deep in the subconscious as well. And we have the Two of Swords here. It's something it is that you didn't see, but that you're going to discover. Some of you could definitely benefit from like a cleansing of some kind. I'm seeing a spiritual bath, maybe cleansing your home, but heavy on those energies, especially the ancestors. Like I'm getting a lower vibrational one, or just in general. You were stuck in like some sort of lower timeline. But it also feels like with your healing, Pisces, you know, like what's coming through is not wanting to rise in some way, shape, or form. And I don't want to like say that you didn't want to rise, but you were very comfortable with what you had and where you were. But it feels like Spirit is saying this because Spirit wants you to become uncomfortable. Spirit wants you to rise. There's more that's available to you than you've ever known, than you've ever seen. I'm getting ready to see something I've never seen. Pisces, there is so much more available to you and from inside of you that you have not tapped into, that you have never seen. And it almost feels like this healing can be a bit uncomfortable for you, because it really is letting go of the old. It really is a death and rebirth of you. But maybe even like a trauma, or again, some sort of like ancestral karmic timeline that you held as a part of your identity. For some of you, this is through your lineage of holding on to this. And you are that chosen one that lets it go. I get a lot of purification of the mind space with this King of Swords over here. So for some of you, it's a way of thinking, and that's really what I'm getting here, of why it feels uncomfortable for you to like rise into this sort of power that's already within you, Pisces, or to create this shift in your life that you really do have access to. It feels like it's a way of thinking, and it's run through your lineage to think this way. Why the King of Swords for Pisces? Five of Wands. Pisces, are you used to chaos and fighting and this and that? What's coming to mind is I had a friend, right, where it was like years ago. She had said the words, but Jocelyn, you just need to understand, it's always going to be something. No, it's not. No, it's not. It is not always going to be something. It's always something because that is the trauma or lower karmic timeline that you're used to. It does not always have to be a fight. It does not have to always be a struggle. And I feel like, Pisces, for some of you, it's more of your ancestors. I do feel like you want the change, and you have very much so the wisdom and the power to do so. But it feels hard for you to do so because it's run through that ancestor, to that ancestor, to that mother, father, etc. You're used to things not working out, or some sort of chaos. Five of Wands over here, having to fight for things. You don't have to live life in a place of fight, in a place of survival. Your ancestors have really went through a lot of survival and even war, okay? Why this Five of Wands here? Why this Five of Wands for Pisces? Look at that, Pisces. You are the wounded healer. Nine of Wands. You are the wounded healer. That clears out this chaos, this drama, this fight, this struggle, and your ancestral lineage, Pisces. And maybe you didn't fight and struggle even as much as they have and did, but it feels like that, again, it's like the mental space, the mind, ways of thinking. Don't expect negative things to happen. It's not always something, you know. You're breaking out of a really big karmic cycle over here, Pisces, but it's going to have to take you really separating from a lot of things, a lot of people, and recognizing that power, that worth, and that abundance that you have within yourself. You are the wounded healer who puts down the wand. Look at that, the World card. You're starting a brand new cycle, Pisces. These people are all fighting. That's because it's what they're used to. You're holding that wand. You're holding up the white flag. You don't want to fight anymore. Pisces, this is you building and coming into your soft life, which again, for some of you, maybe not one person has done in your family 144. It's always been a fight. It's always been a struggle until it came to you. So you've had a lot to transmute over here. And maybe even in the past, this was hard for you to do, or hard for you to see that like particular blockage. Why Nine of Wands with the Five of Wands? You've healed so much, Pisces. Nine of Swords, for some of you, like there's a lot in your lineage. Even with mother, father, and before that. There's never too much trauma that where it's like, okay, but I just have to accept this. No, you don't have to accept a life it is that does not make you happy, that is not soft. You can love your life. You can have gratitude for it, but you don't have to accept living a life that does not make you happy. The Star card and the Three of Swords. This is you healing that heart space, Pisces. The Star card is all about healing. It's about service. It's about hope, illumination, innocence. It ran into everyone until it ran into you, Pisces. You're someone where words cannot even describe how much you've had to transmute in this lifetime. Also, Pisces, there's a message here. Do not compare your journey to other people's journeys. It feels like one way it is that like things, or it felt not like a lack of motivation, but it feels like you would see other people's lives and like, well, look at everything that I have to do. There's no way I could do. Don't talk like that. There is a way. This is the lifetime, okay? You're getting ready to see something that you've never seen, all right? And then I'm also hearing the song This Year Blessing. This year, blessings, money, testimony. Then I follow. Okay, so go look up the song This Year Blessings. Everything I've been wanting, I'm manifesting for my life. It doesn't matter where you start, where you come from. For some of you, I'm also hearing that you felt underprivileged. You may have come from the absolute trenches. What's also coming to mind is a nana. If you end up at that 7th gate, go all the way back up. All right, you in this lifetime will be living a very soft life. I do see that it's taken work. 8 of Coins over here on the bottom of the deck. You will have that soft life. And again, we do have prophecy here. Pisces, you will have that beautiful life. It doesn't matter where you started from. It doesn't matter if that person's starting off with this, this, and this, and you feel, you know, that they have more, etc. I'm getting like a little bit of comparison where you've been through so much that it's like you'll look at the work that you have to do of like, well, how do I even start that? Just start it. And a lot of it is your mindset. And that's what I'm seeing. It's your mind. You also, I'm hearing like soul contract. You chose this life because number one, it does feel like maybe signing some sort of, you know, contract pre-birth of suffering. Take the pen and rewrite it. Beyonce voice, okay, with that song Bigger. Take the pen and rewrite it. But what I'm seeing here is that it's prophecy that you do clear all of this and you create an entirely new life. I'm also hearing crystalline activation. What do we have for Pisces for the 5 of Wands and the 9 of Wands, the Star card and the 3 of Swords? What do we have for Pisces for that 5 of Wands, 9 of Wands, Star card, 3 of Swords? Oh, Pisces, you've dealt with so much in your life. You've been surrounded by evil eye as well. Like you really, you know, we talk about soul contracts and stuff. You do have a secret admirer. So let's see what these cards are. Full moon. So something about a full moon here. Ganesha. You do have no as well. And why do we have the card no? 3 of Wands. For some of you, you were told no. You were told that you couldn't do something. 5 of Swords over here. I feel like you also grew up with a lot of bullies around you, a lot of evil eye. We do have Ganesha, which is clearing of blockages. And you do have the full moon energy over there, okay? So that could represent some sort of full moon cycle or release. Now we do have the Queen of Pentacles here. You've had a lot of people tell you no. You've had a lot of bullies in your life. I do feel like you were hidden in plain sight, where it's like people only saw you in like this brokenness or in this trauma. But before you chose this life, Pisces, you knew what the prophecy was, third eye. You know what's in the future for you. So yes, people see this, but that's not your highest truth. And there's a need for you to just always know that, despite what's around you, the karmic family, the karmic people. I do get a lot of evil eye that has surrounded you in life in general. You need to know your truth. And that's been probably one of the biggest karmic soul contracts here, Pisces, is you remaining in your heart and in that third eye of knowing your truth, because you were born into a life that's going to reflect back to you the shadow. Unless you reclaim your power. This is not easy soul work at all. At all. It's also coming to mind is, now this is not going to be for every Pisces at all. It's like some of you had to forgive God. Because I'm hearing like, why me? So some of you had to almost forgive God in a sense. Not that you hold in a resentment, you know, so just take it as it resonates too. But this is like Pisces, you've done a lot of work. And in this soul contract, all of this work, let me tell you also Pisces 2, 3, 4, there's no one else can do this soul contract the way that you do it, the way that you will do it, and the way that, you know, it's going to be done in the end. Prophecy over here. You're a legacy. You are an ancestral legacy. There's no one that has ever done it like you. No one. No one around you, no one in your ancestral legacy. You were truly born into a life, Pisces, where there was not a lot of light. There was not a lot of shadow. But the reason why you chose this life in this lifetime is because you would remember that you are the light. Hermit card over here with the light, with that little lantern that would pave the path moving forward to your highest timeline. And the biggest thing here, Pisces, is like, you know, in a world, in a realm, in a life where everything is dark around you, maybe it's because you are the light. Why the Knight of Wands? Why the Knight of Wands? You're getting ready to see something you've never seen. Knight of Wands over here. That could be aggression, but like passion, moving forward. Judgment. Nine of Pentacles. You are an ancestral legacy, Pisces. You have not had an easy life, but you will live a soft life for the rest of your life. Not Judgment, and then the Nine of Pentacles. This is you, Pisces. In the beginning, we do start off with that Nine of Cups and all of this chaos. And I'm getting like it's not even just you, it's the lineage. You're an ancestral legacy. And this has been really hard for you to like remember that light within, because life has not reflected that back to you, and not just in one cycle, over time, your life. Divine Judgment. You are the Nine of Pentacles. Why Judgment with the Nine of Pentacles? Why Judgment with the Nine of Pentacles? You have the Ten of Wands and the Ten of Swords over here. Ten of Pentacles on the bottom of the deck though. For some of you, the Philosopher's Stone may resonate with you. Before you chose this life, you entered this life as well as a very advanced soul, which could have felt very lonely, but you've just always known that you were going to do it. Ten of Wands, Ten of Swords. It's time to put that story behind that has continued through your lineage until it reached you, of the brokenness, of the feeling tired, of fighting, of this, of that. Take the pen and rewrite it to the Ten of Pentacles, because that is what you are. Why Ten of Wands with the Ten of Swords? This is from childhood. It's safe to put these stories down from the past. Six of Cups. Why Ten of Wands, Ten of Swords, and Six of Cups? You know, Pisces, this has been really hard for you to do. Five of Coins, Strength card. But let me tell you that you can do it. I'm also noting the infinity sign above her head. That's also that soul star chakra. That is your supreme soul. That is your infinite self. This person over here has their hands inside the lion's mouth, taming the lion. And I feel like that's you, taking control, mastering the mind when it comes to the 10 of Wands, 10 of Swords, 5 of Pentacles. I feel like you also were, and I don't want to say the words you were supposed to come out of this before, you know, but part of what keeps this manifesting in your life, Pisces, is the mind. Because again, that's what you were used to. That's what your ancestors were used to. That's not your highest truth. How does Pisces reach this Nine of Pentacles? How does Pisces reach this Nine of Pentacles? How does Pisces reach this Nine of Pentacles? We have the Seven of Swords and the Queen of Wands. Why the Seven of Swords? Wheel of Fortune, Pisces. For some of you, you do actually kind of have to separate yourself in order for you to have the wheel turn. Wheel of Fortune. This is your good karma. And then you do have the Queen of Wands. This is you recalling and owning back your power. Also, what's coming through with that Queen of Wands, Wheel of Fortune, call back your power. From every time, from every space, from every dimension, from every person that you've ever given your power away or has taken your power from you, call it back. A lot of people have stolen from you, Pisces. And part of that was, it feels like in the past, again, like you've been through so much that you truly did not recognize your power. And because of that, it continued to manifest these types of things into your life. What's also coming through with trauma and all of this energy is the pain body. So I do feel like you've also been healing your pain body, which is helping in attracting this wealth and this positive shift in your life. A lot of people have stolen from you, Pisces. Call back your power. All right, now what's the advice for Pisces for this reading? Really you embodying that King or Queen of Swords energy, having mastery over your mind space. Why the Queen of Swords for advice for Pisces? Having mastery over the mind space with the Nine of Swords over here, Pisces. Again, you've been through a lot. You've been surrounded by a lot of evil eye. But just because you haven't received something as of yet doesn't mean that it's not for you, whether that's relationships, wealth, or whatever it is. You truly are a Pisces that has been through so much. And let me tell you, no one can fulfill your life contract the way it is that you've done it, the way that you do it, and the way that you will do it. It is a prophecy that you will be able to clear all of this. But have control of your mind. Because it feels like that's the ways it is that maybe even like with mom and dad, maybe they suffered from like anxiety and things like that. You're going to heal that. There's a lot of fear and struggle that, again, went through your lineage until it came to you. And you have such mastery over your mind over here, and that is going to directly shift your timeline, okay? So that's what I have for you, Pisces. I do hope that it resonates. And we do have Temperance over here, so that's divine balance and peace. I'm going to grab some cards of advice. What do we have for Pisces? For advice, cornucopia. Okay, now we do have storm warning over here. So cornucopia, this is also you getting the fruits of your labors over here, Pisces. What other advice do we have for Pisces for this reading? What other advice do we have for Pisces for this reading? We do have Hathor, so family. So Hathor may resonate with you. Believe in yourself over here, Anana. If you don't have a healthy family, Pisces, it will be replaced with soul family. And I do feel like you're going to heal through soul family. What other advice do we have for Pisces? What other advice do we have for Pisces for this reading? You're getting ready to see something you have never seen, Pisces. Okay, you are clearing things out. You are decluttering the mind, the body, the soul, maybe physically. You do have a rapid development that's coming up for you, Pisces. A lot of excellence and success in the future. How does that come in? By you letting go. Letting go of the old stories, the way that you used to identify with pain, with trauma, with struggle. Again, for some of you, you really do have some sort of lower vibrational ancestor that maybe like you're just simply calling out to ancestors. Be more specific of like, I only call in, or I call in my loving, benevolent ancestors that are in alignment with my highest timeline. Because let me tell you, some of them are like, I'm getting like proud and like woohoo, but it's like of this, like struggle and things like that. You don't have to hold on to that. It's safe to let that go. We have your moha, origins, freedom, power, Atlantis, rapid development, Pisces. As soon as you let go, and this feels like very much soul work. A lot of work for sure. I'm not gonna lie. This is a lot of work, but you can do it. And it's prophecy that you do, because we have prophecy here. You are free, Pisces, and you have a lot of excellence and success in your future. That's what I have for you. I hope that it resonates. I'm sending you so much love and so many blessings to your day.